the interface when you land. Here you see two requirement agents that are already pre-set up. You see their avatar, you see their name, and you see what they are good at. And you see the graph on the details, like they can handle requirements, what connects to requirements, variance, and context. So first, let's create an agent. So when you create the agent, you are presented with a set of pre-made templates that you can choose from, or you can start from scratch. So in this example, we start from scratch. Here we give the agent a name, Ralph requirement, and we select next. Then we put a small description. So this is, I am an expert on requirements. I know everything about that. And we click next and continue. We select what are the data that this agent is allowed to work with. So in this case, we say that we want to teach him on requirements. We want to understand the descriptions of the requirements. And then we see in the graph which are the semantical things that it can touch and work with. And we provide the agent. So now we're given the context and the data that it can use. The next step is that we can fill this with more context if we like. So we can drag and drop in requirements, we can drop in regulations, we can drop in issue tickets, and then we select teach, and the agent gets taught. The movie that we're looking at now is happening in real time. So there's no kind of pre-making. So the time of teaching an agent is from minutes to maybe hours, depending on the size of data, but it's not a long process. It's something an expert user can do directly. So now he's studying the data. And here we see which part that it can touch upon again, and we will be waiting until the context gets updated. Takes a little while, it's studying. Here we have another agent that is also alive and one that is resting. Come on. Studying. Now he went alive. And then we can go and test and see and chat with the agent. So now we're in the user flow of the expert. We can go in, select to chat with the agent and see if he understands what we taught him. So let's click on the chat button. We get an interface. So here is Ralph requirement now alive. And let's ask him a question. Do you have any information about over-the-air update of the climate control? And let's see if he understood what we taught him. We press. Now the agent thinks. He goes down in the knowledge graph, searches relevant context, searches through other tickets and issues, and makes a prediction. And very important, he also has the source for all the predictions that were made. So this is the expert user now that set up it. So let's look at it from a end user perspective. So here we have the background data that sits in the end user system. So it was a set of tickets. The end user goes in, make a selection, and start to chat. Now we will address this agent with a different issue. So we will see if we find similarities. Have we addressed this issue before? Are there requirements that touch upon this issue? So the issue in this time, we want to check if I have some problem with the inside temperature in my car when I try to use it and connect over my mobile phone. So we issue the question, do you have any information regarding this? And we send that question to the agent. And again, he makes a bit of thinking. He looks at the context. He had previous issues that was addressing maybe similar problem, but not necessarily. He looks at the knowledge graph and checks which components, which things are involved in solving this problem, and comes up with a solution. We also see that he projects what are the components that actually are involved in this effect. So we see we have the telematics, ECU, and we have the climate control. We can go and select and go into the CAD model and see where do these things actually sit inside of the car. We can zoom in, understand the representation where they are, or we can go into a 2D diagram and look at this. So we have connected the context, previous history of issues. We connected the facts of the exact variant that you have in front of you of the car. And we can make a good prediction and give a good result. We can provide extra information that are connected to this. For example, in this case, PDF document. And every prediction we make, we provide information about source, how we came to that prediction, and give the answer. Maybe it's not that I got all the information I needed. I can ask the agent, can you please expand the search? Can you give me more information about this? So let's ask him, is there any more information available in this area? And let's see what happens. So again, Ralph is thinking about the problem. And now he expanded the search, and we see that the graph of things that he touched upon has been expanded. He gave a new suggestion, again with the requirements. And we see that the climate control is also connecting to the voice control. We see that the telematics Unix is still there. We see the infotainment Unix, how that connects to it. So we know all the components and everything that might be affecting this issue. We also see the requirements that relates to this issue. And with that was the demo on how we can improve claims and handling requirements and issues. So I invite you all to speak with us. Thank you very much.